Hey y'all, it's KK4PYN here, and welcome to this segment, which I guess I'm going to call Monday Miniboard Madness. Mainly for the reason that I got some stuff in the mail today, and wanted to do a little unboxing on that, and some more stuff here. We'll see how that works out. And I realized that I've been buying a lot of little boards from this little Arduino clone here, which is called the Samurai Arduino. It's I got it from mpja.com, but I'm sure you can find it somewhere else online. It's a little bit enhanced. As you can see, I'm backwards. The power connector has a zip tie around it, that funky fluorescent color one, and that helps it with a little bit of structural rigidity there. Oh, here's the website right here, samuraicircuits.com. By Tully Geehan. Sorry if I messed your name up, Tully. I don't know if the camera will focus on that or not. Probably not. But anyway, this is an enhanced Arduino clone from the Uno. The other thing it's got is it's got a mini USB versus the traditional what I call printer USB. Where am I? I gotta get used to being backwards. Oh, there we go. So it's got a little bit lower profile. Apparently there's a problem with this connector running into some of the shields. I'm actually going to take this off of here, and we're going to do a little bit of an experiment. So this is my relay shield that I use, and this is actually a kit that I got from Nightfire Electronics. You can find them at vakits.com, and this is a kit you can put together, or you can buy it already put together. And they have these shields in anywhere from 1 to 4 relays. I also have one that has a bunch of different sensors on it. So as you can see, if we plug that in, well, they make a good point. I can't plug that in all the way because this connector is actually hitting. So you can see on this side, the headers are flush. And on this side they're sticking up. So I cannot actually plug this board in all the way because of that USB connector. The Samurai Arduino fixes that problem with that low pro USB connector. I can plug this sucker all the way in. And you can see I still got plenty of room in there. So no interference problems on that. That works pretty good. So I'm moving right along. That original Uno there that you saw, this is a genuine Uno, was on my signal generator project that I'm working on here. I apologize for the camera work. I got to get used to working backwards with it flipped. But I got the 809850 board there. I just got that off eBay, and a rotary encoder, and then the 20 line LCD display. And also this is one of the little breadboard power supplies that you can get in a million different places. I got this one from a guy called Jason Todick. He's actually got a store on Tindy, which if you haven't seen Tindy, you should definitely check them out. But yeah, so I've got a bunch of mini boards. I've been buying all sorts of stuff. This is where'd it go? This is another little Arduino clone. I believe that's a micro. Nano version 3.0. And I got that off one of the Chinese eBay websites for like $5. I think it might have actually been less than $5. But it's you know, it works. Does what it needs to. The Arduino IDE picks it up with no problem. So, and I got to thinking about it. The price of this stuff is going down so much, but you got to wait for it to come to China, or from China to China. So I found a couple sellers that are actually here in the United States. Obviously, we can get stuff from Marlon P. Jones, mpja.com, and they have stuff, but they normally don't have a lot of stock. So I found an eBay seller, New York platform, or NY platform. that's got a lot of that type of stuff. The same type of stuff you can get from like TX Hang, which is Alice something on eBay, or some of the other places like that. Same stuff. It might be $1 more. They shipped all this for free, and it was here like second day. Can't go wrong with that. So let me bring you down to the bench here. And again, I apologize for the camera work. I'm still trying to figure all this out, so we'll see how it goes. As my channel progresses, I'll hopefully get a little bit better. You know, break out my trusty little knife there. I love this little knife. Little Kershaw. Let's see what we got here. This is a 5 amp buck converter. Allegedly a 5 amp buck converter. And right off the bat you can see the heatsink is not attached. This is a lot smaller than I thought. Hopefully I can get some good light on this. But what we got here is a 5 amp DC-DC converter. It's a buck converter. Constant current, constant voltage. The adjustment pots are here. Now, I bought this with the intention of making my own bench power supply. It's got amperage and voltage readout, and screw terminal in and out. Let's see if I can get some better light on that there. Screw terminal in and out, and then this header as well does I guess serial out maybe, or TTL out, but they say on the listing that you can actually use that for data logging to hook it up to a computer. They give some basic parameters. I will say that the seller NY platform, well packaged. The documentation on the eBay listing is adequate, marginally adequate, but I also noticed when he shipped me this stuff here that they've got a website, nyplatform.com, so I'll have to go check that out and see if I can find some better documentation on this stuff. But so we'll see how this works, and it's actually kind of nice. The screw terminals here, they got holes drilled in the board so you can get to the screw terminals. Now my intention, if this works, I'll do some testing with it. If it'll give me the right load and voltages that I need. So I'll buy another one. I think I paid $8.80 for this. Don't quote me on that, but it was less than $10. Is to unmount the 7-segment displays here, and also unmount the constant current or voltage adjust and current adjust pots, and try and remote mount those. Maybe put a little bit higher quality pot in there, so that I don't have to adjust it with a screwdriver and make it like a regular bench power supply. And then I can remote mount these, and maybe in the future I'll try and figure out that serial data port. That would be kind of cool. Now it came with this heatsink, and in the picture it actually shows the heatsink being mounted on the back of the board here, which this, I guess that's a D-pack, probably can't see in there, is heat sinked against this bottom board. I guess they want you to adhere that like that. I don't know how well that'll work out, but we'll give it a shot. And there's really no other way to mount it at that point. The board has got these standoffs in it. I guess I'll have to extend those somehow so I can get this thing mounted into a small enclosure. But if that really is a 5 amp constant current, constant voltage, then that should work pretty good, for a simple bench supply. And I also got from the same seller, from New York Platform. Let's get this open. This Kershaw knife is great. It's got a little flip on the back there, and it just flips right open. And yeah, guys, I apologize for the bad camera work here. I'm getting used to filming backwards. Now this one's I believe a 2 or 3 amp buck regulator, and it's got the display, the voltage display on there, and it's got an adjustable out, or a fixed out, I guess. Yeah, there's no adjustment, but it does have some soft keys here or something. I think one's reset, one's something else. power LED, but the nice thing is it's got a USB port here. So this will be part of another project I'm working on, hopefully, which is a small uninterruptible 5-volt power supply. I found a couple neat things. I'm sure you've all seen these, the little 5-volt battery charging circuits. You can get these from lots of places, Adafruit or anywhere else. This one was just some random eBay guy. But as you can see, I got it hooked up with a single cell holder and an 18650 battery. I've not bought any of these batteries. No, I pull them out of old laptop battery packs. Typically when the laptop battery packs go bad, it's just because of one cell. I'll just throw out the bad ones, and the good ones are still good. But I've got that charging circuit, and then this is the boost converter side of that, where that'll take the 3.7 out of the battery, boost it back up to 5 volts at I want to say it's an amp or half an amp, either way. It lights up everything I need with USB. I've plugged USB lights into it, stuff like that. It works fantastic. So the idea is to have a small uninterruptible power supply / battery pack where I've got a couple of these batteries and you know, in parallel, and then 5-volt output, charging input. So we'll see how that works. That's just one of the little projects I'm working on. I'm just now starting to really discover the whole boost buck thing. I know it's been out for a while, but I just haven't had any. This is a boost and buck converter. I think it's good for I want to say 2 or 3 amps. Adjustable voltage there. And I've tested this one running this little LED panel here, and it'll work you know, down to like 3 volts, 2.5 volts that I've tested it so far, and will give me, this takes 9 volts to run this little module here. So anywhere between 12 that I've tested it myself and about 3 it'll light that up. So these are great. You can get them everywhere. They're you know, very common on eBay, on Amazon. There's a seller on Amazon, Drok, D-R-O-K, that I've dealt with. I think that's where I got this one. They ship fast and they're reasonably priced. You'll always pay $1 or $2 more on Amazon, but I've got Amazon Prime, so you know, I get a lot of the stuff the very next day. So that's that little experiment going on there. And then one of the other projects I got going on is going to be an Arduino weather station. And I picked up one of these. And if any of you guys have worked with this stuff before or done any Arduino weather stations, please leave a comment down below. Let me know how it worked out. This is one of the little moisture sensors. I got this from Marlon P. Jones. This is actually to stick into a plant, but I think it'll work the same way as the rain sensors. It'll give me an indication of, is it raining, yes or no. That's really what I'm looking for. So, and I want to be able to access that over the internet with the Arduino, obviously with an Ethernet shield or a Wi-Fi shield. And I also got the that's the humidity and temperature sensor. And the one I'm waiting for is the BMP180, which is the pressure sensor, the barometric pressure sensor. So I'll have temperature, humidity, barometric pressure. I'd like to hook up rain as well, and possibly a wind sensor in the future. So, but that's what we're working on. And again, I think I'll stick with Miniboard Monday here, or Monday Madness, whatever you want to call it. If you got a good name for it, let me know. Because I've got, you know, all sorts of these. Oh, sorry about that. I just wiped out your whole thing. A bunch of these little boards that I want to put together and try out, and I'm also going to build some more kits as well. I've got a lot of kits from Nightfire Electronics that are really good that I need to put together. And another project I was working on that actually worked out really good, and it might interest some of you hams, is I got one of the buck converters like this, and actually put it inside the battery for my Baofeng. I just bought a $10 battery off Amazon, and this is for the Baofeng UV5RA handheld. And I just ripped the lithium cell out of there, which I can reuse, you know, for any other project. Now I had to go in and do a little bit of alteration. I had to take off the adjustment pot, obviously. I adjusted it to 7.4 volts, which the radio wants. I took that off, and then I desoldered the two surface mount caps, the input and output filtering caps, I guess they are. And what I did was I just took some leaded caps and soldered them on sideways, and then laid this down on a little extender, so that this module right here, and the one I have is a buck only, so it's a little bit smaller, and it's only got one inductor, would fit inside my UV5RA battery. And then what I do is I use that as a battery eliminator. I just hook it up to 12 volts, with a cigarette lighter, and it'll run the UV5RA at up to 2 amps, which is plenty. So I want to do one with a buck boost converter, like this one, so that I can run it at any voltage. I could run it off a single lithium cell like that, or maybe put a USB jack in there as well, so I could a regular USB car charger I could put in there and have it go. So that's what I'm working on, and next Monday I'll have some more stuff for you, and I'll have some more videos coming throughout the week. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy my videos. Please subscribe and give me comments, good or bad. Let me know what you think, and stay tuned. There's always more to come. 73 for now.